Hello, hello, hello again.
Blue Bomber is back. And he's going to be talking for most of this because I've only played like 4 Mega Man games.
Mega Man series retrospective. Yes, finally, we get to do this. And we're not doing each game individually. We're more so going to cover the series of which
If we did
have
each
8.
game, we would be here for probably about 2 hours.
Okay, so
We would put Brain Scratch Comms for a run for their money.
yeah. But let's start with Mega Man Classic.
This is the series I know the most about, just because I've played most of the games on here.
Yeah, so have I. I played all of the games minus some
10?
10, yeah.
I'm actually thinking of getting 10 on my Xbox. But, yeah. I've mostly played 1 through 6.
Well, actually, I think I mentioned this in I mentioned this in the Mario Kart retrospective.
Your
Mar-
Mark. No.
Sorry. But my first Mega Man game was Mega Man 8 on the Sony PlayStation. PlayStation.
And mine was actually Mega Man 1 on the Virtual Console. I saw reviews of it. I was like, I want this game. It's like, it's hard. It's like, it can't be that hard.
It's that hard.
It's that hard.
Yeah, Mega Man 1 is very difficult. Mega Man 2...
It's more balanced Metal Blades.
Actually, what's your favorite game in the Classic series?
3 or 2?
I'd say either 5 or 8. I know I'm an oddball for liking 5, but
It's more oddball for people liking 6.
yeah, actually 6 is my least favorite. Even more
I
so
didn't
than
mind
7. I actually don't mind 7 all that much.
Yeah, people say that was one of the weirder ones.
Yeah, it was, but I liked it overall.
I'm not much of a Mega Man nerd myself. I like the games. I just don't play them that much.
Well, I have the Mega Man Classic collection, so I play them a lot.
Oh, guess which collection I found at Disc Replay the other day?
Mega Man X?
Yeah.
Why didn't you pick it up?
Because it was $26. That's why.
Oh.
But the original collection was actually 11, so didn't pick that up because I was eyeing Xbox games.
Yeah.
I want to build up my Xbox collection.
Mega Man Classic is not my favorite series, but I would say that is my third favorite series. But yeah, I really like the games as a whole. The only ones that I can say that I don't like are 4 and 6.
Honestly, I don't have much to say about this, but I do. One thing I can say about the series as a whole is just how the game plays. There's this rock paper scissors type aspect going on.
Yeah.
And it's always fun to see. Like, I never really look up a guide for most games unless it was actually 2 was the only one I looked it up for, just because. Quick man. Hate him. But I always tried to discover the pattern that I need to go through, and it's fun. It's difficult, but it's fun.
Yeah. The only thing that I will say that I don't like about the Mega Man Classic games are the different gimmicks, like the reappearing, disappearing blocks.
I mean, there was the rush coil,
or the rush jet sections in Doc Robot stages in Mega Man 3.
Screw those.
Yeah.
Doc Robot in general, I'm just like. I actually copied a code from a review, and every time I get to that section, I'm like, nope. Enter the code, get through it, because it's really just filler, and or padding, I'm sorry. It's really stupid.
Yeah. Do you have anything else to add on Classic then?
Not really. The level design in 6 actually was my favorite.
In terms of level design, my favorite would probably have to be not 5 or 8 actually. I think the level design in those aren't exactly the best. I'd have to say probably either 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that's about right.
Yeah, those games had great level design overall.
But next,
except for was it Toadman or no Bubble Man?
Oh.
At the waterfall sections.
I didn't mind that.
My eyes, God. Repeating patterns.
Well, next is my favorite series, Mega Man X. Yeah, and Extreme.
Yeah, pretty much. The only X game I have is actually Maverick Hunter X for the PSP.
Actually, we forgot something classic, Game Boy games.
I haven't played it.
Well, I've only played Mega Man 5 for Game Boy, otherwise known as Mega Man V, because it's the only unique one. It's okay. I don't like the fact that they took away your, well, actually, I don't remember if they took away your charge beam, but the only way you can do decent damage is with your Mega Arm. Basically, it shoots out a fist, like hard fist.
A boomerang fist.
Yeah.
Of destruction.
Yeah. No, hard knuckle, sorry.
Hard fist.
Actually, we should go over our favorite powers.
Metal blades.
Really?
I love the metal blades. They're so useful.
My favorite...
Like, if we're ever doing a top 10 Mega Man power-ups, we're excluding that one, just because of how useful it is. It one-shots nearly every enemy, or at least two.
Yeah. But my favorite power throughout this series would probably have to be... There's so many good ones.
That's the worst part.
Yeah. I'd have to say probably Quick Boomerang, actually. I found that more useful than the Metal Blade, since you can spam it while running. Like keep firing while running, and it...
Yeah.
Like Metal Blades, it uses hardly any ammo.
Yeah, I guess. But the advantage Metal Blades has over that is the fact that...
Any direction.
Yeah, any direction and full rapid fire, just...
Yeah, true.
50 blades in one direction, why not?
Yeah, and frankly, between Quick Boomerang and Metal Blades, really either one, they're both very powerful.
They both get the job done.
Yeah. I just prefer Quick Boomerang just a bit over Metal Blades. But anyways, back to Mega Man X. The original is in my top 10 video games of all time. Like,
it's not up there for me. Oh, Maverick Hunter X. The game is stupidly fun for me. Like, I will still make a new save file for that game.
Yeah.
I still haven't beaten it, though. I still can't beat the final boss.
Oh, yeah. The final boss is actually... And the thing I love about the game is that the bosses are amazingly difficult, but not to the point where they're impossible. Like they feel impossible.
They're a great challenge, and they test your skills.
If you know how to avoid them, you can do well. However, I will say, with the exception of Boomer Twanger, you pretty much need his weakness to defeat him.
Yeah. Then again, if you use a guide, or just a weakness guide, which I did for this game, just because it wasn't obvious. It wasn't like, oh yeah, Metal Blades defeats Woodman, that makes sense.
Yeah, well, some of it was obvious. Like, obviously the fire guy's gonna melt the icy guy.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I did like about the game is revisiting areas.
Yeah, yeah.
Because...
Also, I liked... sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Because when you defeat a boss with... I think it was with a certain weapon or other bosses, will affect another area. So
well, no, it's not just defeating them with certain weapons, it's just defeating them in general.
Oh, defeating them in general.
Like, I was going to bring that up. Like, if you beat Chill Penguin before you go to Flame Mammoth, Flame Mammoth's lava will be chilled over. Ice. Or if you defeat Storm Eagle before Spark Mandrill, the power will be out because the plane has crashed into the power plant, making the electric hazards gone.
Yeah, so there's different patterns can do different things, and honestly, everyone goes for Chill Penguin first.
Yeah, because that's where the dash is.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, dashing is an amazing addition.
Actually, in Maverick Hunter X, dashing was a normal ability. They made it a standard ability. Thank God.
Yeah.
Because if you had to find that thing, that would suck. But everything else actually you had to find, which what they changed from the original to this was placement of everything. Like, some things wouldn't be in the areas they would be, like a normal power up, like where the dash is, there's nothing even there.
Right.
So,
yeah,
you think they'd replace it with a certain different one.
Yeah, but some of the power-ups are pretty useless, like the headbutt. And I will say that for the most part, they are.
Maverick Hunter X, that's used to get a bunch of other power-ups.
Well, I'm talking about more so original.
Yeah, but I'm just stating.
Yeah.
It was fixed in the remake.
Yeah.
Which you can actually find for pretty cheap.
And for the most part, the power ups are easy enough to find. Like finding the Buster upgrade is easy enough. Body upgrade is kind of difficult, but there's a ledge up there. You can tell that you can go up there, so it isn't too bad.
Yeah.
But the Hadouken, just
the reference.
Trying to find it.
Yeah. It's even more complicated in the remake.
Oh boy.
I can't even remember how it went. It was like kill yourself 6 times, deplete half your tank, exactly half if you go over or under. Too bad. You have to restart because you can't just kill yourself again. It's something stupidly specific and it's just a pain.
But
I managed to get it though, so.
Basically every other X game I'm not a huge fan of. I mean, two's okay. I don't like 3, 4 and 5 are decent. I don't like 6. I don't like 7. 8, I would say though, is my second favorite X game.
No one likes 7 or 6, by the way.
I know some people who like 6.
No one likes 7 or 6.
No, I know some people like 6. I don't know anyone who likes 7.
Sadist. And Satan.
Anyways, 8 I would say is my second favorite X game because they made Axel fun, simply put.
I haven't played it, so I have no idea.
Basically, the difference is that X can like lock on 2 enemies with his a Buster, but he can use the charge shot, but he can also do the normal shot. Axel has like basically a rapid fire machine gun, and he can also lock on, but he doesn't have any charge. But he can hover in midair and move around hovering, but it doesn't last forever. And then Zero can do a double jump and slash, but he has to slash with his sword.
And not me.
And then of course, Man X8 brought back Vile, looking even more like Boba Fett than before since he's green instead of purple.
Again, why?
Because also I love the story of Mega Man X8, how it's different from stopping Sigma.
Which he always comes back or something? Is he like the Dr. Wily of this series? I don't know Mega Man.
Because
I am Lewis today.
Because the whole thing with the Mega Man X series is that Sigma was the final boss for every single X game up until Mega Man X8, where he's the second final boss, but then the person you've been trying to rescue the entire time ends up being the villain. Spoilers.
Basic plot twist.
Yeah. Lumine. And my goodness, the final boss with... Oh, I forget if it's him or her. Yeah, honestly, I forget what it is, because... No, I believe what it is he looks like a girl, but it's actually he. Yeah, that's what it is.
It's like that one character from Soul Eater.
Which one?
All of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I really love the final boss. But going on from different other than just platformers, Command Mission. The only Mega Man RPG.
Just preparing.
Okay. And as the only Mega Man RPG, I figured it's decent enough. I mean, I haven't beaten it yet, but I've gotten a decent ways through. I haven't encountered the super boss yet, Ninetales, which is supposed to be the hardest boss in all of Mega Man history.
Supposedly supposed to be?
Whatever. Yeah. And also, it's supposed to be...
Check out my 12 redundant drives.
It's supposed to be, according to, with Megaland... In the Mega Man mythos, the most powerful Maverick ever created. Or the most powerful Reploid, I should say. And I haven't gotten to it
right
because...
next to Dildo Con.
Because the trials needed to get to it are just insane. But one day I want to fight him.
One day.
Anyways, that's pretty much all I have to say for X. And going to Extreme, it's basically just X on a handheld. Basically. So after that, we have Legends.
And... I don't think... Have you ever played that?
No.
Neither have I.
All I know is watching LPs of it.
It's freaking expensive.
Yeah. And frankly, the whole concept doesn't exactly intrigue me. A free roaming, kind of like dungeon crawling Mega Man game.
At least they tried that sort of idea, because honestly, with the story, it could turn out pretty well.
Yeah, I'm
And,
just
I
sad
mean,
that
the
they
fact that
canceled Mega Man Legends 3.
Yeah, the fact Capcom's been just.
But
They've been focusing too much on Street Fighter, and it's been killing them because of it.
yeah. I mean, I can't even stand what they did for the, I believe it was 25th anniversary of Mega Man.
Nothing.
No, Mega Man Cross Street Fighter. And that
That's
wasn't
it.
no, that wasn't even their creation. Someone approached them with their fan game. And they said, "Oh, we don't have anything planned for Mega Man's 25th anniversary. We can use this."
Laziness.
Yeah, that or just hate for the series. I don't get why.
Sonic had Sonic 06, Sonic Riders for that type of thing.
Anyways, that's pretty much all I can say for Legends.
It pretty much just had a lazy. Legends, yeah, it's expensive. If I find it, I'll probably just be like, "Whoa, that's a rare game. My wallet can't afford you."
Yeah, if I can find it for cheap, I'll get it for you. But
If I can find it for cheap,
I mean, like a garage sale or something.
you can pray to heaven, hell,
I found
and the circus land before,
I found GoldenEye for you at a garage sale.
and I've seen 6 copies of Disc Replay.
Screw you.
Thank you. And a Rumble Pack, honestly. I haven't seen a Rumble Pack at Disc Replay.
Well, I got Star Wars Battlefront 2 for you at a garage sale.
True. And honestly, seeing the price of that game,
Yeah, I got it for like $3.
you got it for $3, and it normally goes for like 15, 16. Actually, that's one thing we have to do during the summer. We have to like pick a weekend and go garage sale
Yeah.
hunting.
Yeah.
Like get like $70 each from the bank,
All across Illinois, like Upper Illinois.
or like the Rockford area.
Yeah. Anyways, next, my second favorite series, Mega Man Battle Network.
I have played the first game an hour through. I haven't put a ton of time to this game just because it's kind of on the back burner right now. It's just
Yeah, Battle Network 1 for me is a good game. It set a lot of like basically it's the backbone for the entire series. It gives a very basic gameplay style of the entire series. Like
this
tile-
this series is actually like it's like the Kingdom Hearts chain of memories of Mega Man.
well, I mean like
It's sort of the black sheep of gameplay, but it worked out really well.
I mean, Mega Man Battle Network's story, I'd say, is really good, and that's one of the most driving forces to play it. But Mega Man Battle Network 1 is very bare bones in terms of gameplay, especially compared to the other games, because all you can really do is move around, shoot, and once you get the charge shot, use the charge shot. You can also use chips, where that includes some things like shields and swords. For the most part,
Swords,
it's just different kinds of
steel.
yeah, but for the most part, it's just basically different kinds of guns, essentially. I mean, second game doesn't do much to improve on it, but then we get to my favorite game in the series, in the Battle Network series. 3. Battle Network 3. I had a blue, Mega Man Battle Network 3 blue. I still have it, and that added I forget the exact term for it. But basically, customizing your basically putting things into the memory circuits essentially of Mega Man EXE, stuff like as long as he is above 1 HP, a attack won't kill him. He'll always stay at 1 HP. But another thing is like heightening your attack, stuff like that, and then you can also use different styles. Like there's the fire style, which instead of your charge shot, which fires like a more powerful shot, it fires a constant hitting, very powerful flamethrower, but only several spots in front of you. And it's just little stuff like that that I enjoy that they add. I mean, it's just nice that they do stuff like that. I mean, it's just little things like that that make me appreciate the series even more. I mean, have you played any other game besides 1?
Nope. I'm just going through the story as it goes, and honestly, that's probably the worst way to go, but
Yeah. Also, I love the fact how like you mentioned chain memories before. It's kind of like that in this game where you can capture boss chips. Like when you defeat a boss, you can
or
use
just
their
enemy
chip.
chips in general.
Yeah. But I guess that's all I really have to say for Battle Network.
It's if you can find the first few games for cheap, pick them up.
I definitely recommend 3 and 6 are my favorites.
I've only played the first one, so either one of those recommendations. Next on our lineup is
0.
well, we're going to the negatives.
Have you played any of the games in the series?
I have. I've played 0-1.
Awesome. I've played 0, 2, and 4.
What's with you not going in the first game?
No, I've played Battle Network 1.
0. No, we're getting up against Chrome.
Anyways, I'm
Basically, imagine Mega Man X, but more badass.
okay. Imagine how 0. Imagine how like 0 plays in Mega Man X3, I believe, was the first time you could actually play as him. Yeah, that's right. How he plays in that, except you have basically 2 weapon slots. Imagine like the Legend of Zelda, where you can use either one of your 2 slots. One is your Z Saber, one is your blaster starting out. Then, and I'm talking about 0-2 right now.
Okay.
Then once you
I didn't get very far in 0-1. It was off an
well,
emulator.
well, once you get past the tutorial stage, you get the boomerang shield, which is a ton of fun, and the chain. It's like chain something. It's basically like a hook shot,
Oh, okay.
but you can also use it as like a grapple hook to like swing across like chasms.
Swinging across the robotic lands.
But you can also use it like an attack too, since there's a point at the end. It's just fun stuff. I mean,
In layman terms, is basically the hook shot.
yeah. I mean, the only problem I have with the series is that it is hard.
Yeah, I barely got through the first 2 stages of the game.
I mean, this is by far the hardest Mega Man series.
It's called 0. That's because that's gonna be how many lives you have after it.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing I don't like about the series in general is how many leaps of faith you have to take into what a lot of time are insta-death spikes, especially in 0-2, especially in the desert level with the Snake Maverick.
Enjoy your rage tears.
Yeah, that was
Fresh bottled from fanboys.
Yeah. I don't really like the stories in them all that much. I mean,
The stories are basically background for X in a way.
yeah.
I think it was one of the X games. I remember there was an overview I read of it, and it basically says why they're Mavericks. I think one of the X games goes into it, but this one goes into a little bit more detail. And someone's entering the home because we are the hobos in the basement, basically.
Yeah. Actually, I believe it's 0-4, if I'm not mistaken, that you're able to essentially fight X as a secret boss. Like X, he's gone Maverick, and you have to basically defeat him, which I thought was a cool
One
touch.
thing, how they word it, it almost sounds like going Maverick is like going feral.
It's like going insane.
I say going feral because it sounds like they're feral beasts.
Will Ferrell.
Pharrell Williams.
Screw you.
That artist that's only known for one song.
Next in the lineup is Mega Man Star Force.
And I have not played a single bit of this series.
You want to know how I learned about this game? I was at a homeschool convention
They have conventions?
in Schaumburg, Illinois, and I met this one guy. His name was Matt Bientema. If you're watching, thank you. And he introduced me to the series because we were talking. We both like video games, and the subject came up about Mega Man, and I mentioned that I like Battle Network, and he's like, "Oh, have you played Star Force?" I'm like, "No," because I've heard of the game before, but I just never bothered to play it. So he brought out his DS, and he showed me the first game, and I was instantly hooked. And
Oh, was this when you had a DS?
yeah, and
Lucky.
the best way I can describe it. Have you seen any footage of it?
No, actually, I haven't seen anything on the game.
It's a 3D battle network. You move around in the third dimension like a foreground, background on the 9x9 grid.
Okay.
Yeah.
9x9?
Yeah.
You mean
Sorry, 3x3.
3x9?
No, 3x3. It's a 9 square grid. My bad.
Phone notifications.
Anyways, it's a really fun game, but unlike, well, the whole premise, the whole reason why you're who you are is because this alien comes down and basically possesses your character, and you have to fight off the rival alien.
One thing I will say, I've seen artwork for this game. The blaster or the arm cannon looks freaking sweet.
Yeah, but I've only played Star Force 1.
And you need to get DS again. Actually, no, you're saving it for a 3DS.
Yeah, but I want to see a new one of these games on the 3DS, full 3D. This is the Mega Man. This is how they can bring Mega Man back.
One thing I want to see is actually a continuation of the Mega Man Maverick or Maverick Hunter series, or Mega Man Powered Up series. Because could you imagine like Mega Man Powered Up 2?
I want that so bad.
That'd be. So
I sound like I'm what's his name from it's in South Park. Drugs are bad. Okay. Like, I want that so bad.
If you buy a 3DS before June, you're gonna have a bad time.
No, because there's so many good games out right now. But yeah,
But there's so many good games coming out.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I can say on Star Force, though. I mean, it's basically
Quick
a 3D
announcement.
battle network.
3DS fans are going to be in love this year.
Yeah. If they aren't already.
Serious. And Zelda fans?
Kid Icarus fans?
Oh yeah, there's making another one. Smash fans? Pokemon fans? Prepare yourselves.
Prepare your anus. Because we're gonna wreck it.
Ralph!
What? Don't make Popo snack a bitch. Bitch.
Dende.
Anyways, Mega Man ZX. Haven't
I'm
played
just gonna
this.
have a question mark as the image for this one.
Wait, you've never heard of it?
No. For when we were doing a whole rant. It's like, what?
Okay, ZX. Have you played it?
No, I have not. I've never heard of it.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Well, I've heard of it, and
I didn't follow Mega Man at this point. It's like, I knew about X, the classic series, Legends, and Zero and Battle Network.
I've never played the series, but I know about it. There's only 2 games, ZX and ZX Advent. And the whole gimmick of the game is that you put on different model armors, basically to turn you into different suits. Basically, there's Model X, which basically turns you into X from the X games. Model Z, which turns you into Zero. ZX, which gives you both the blast, the X Buster and the Z Saber. Then in the second game, there's stuff like Model W, I believe, which gives you like a jetpack essentially.
Wing.
Yeah, there's like Model O, which is basically like a brawler. Model Y, which is like I said, I haven't played, so I don't know
Model
all the specifics.
R for the rip you a new one.
Sure. Anyways,
Why not?
but yeah, that's basically the whole concept.
That makes me think
it.
of Customer Oven, honestly.
Yeah, it kind of is. But then
That's one game I'm going to be investing in.
But then we come to the final one. The fighting games, of which there's only 2.
And I've only played one of them, which was...
Mega Man. There's Mega Man Power Fighters, I believe, and then there's
Yeah,
Mega Man. Mega Man 2. It's like the power. No, it's like it's Mega Man something Fighters and Mega Man 2 the Power Fighters. Anyways.
I played one that was on his anniversary discs.
Yeah, well, both of them on the anniversary disc.
I played one of them.
Oh, yeah, you played the first one.
I don't know. I'm just like...
Yeah, they're fun fighting games.
They were enjoyable.
It's just kind of laggy. And the fact that they were only on arcades until that kind of like a...
Collection disc?
Yeah, collection disc. I mean,
Which honestly, I hate how that kind of died out.
yeah.
Collection discs, because honestly, that's a really fun thing, and it helps get the newer generation introduced to the series. Mega Man did this. I mean, I know Sony did this for 3 major series actually: Sly Cooper, Ratchet and Clank, and Jack and Daxter.
Yeah.
Which they actually released them on the PS Vita as well.
Yeah.
Finally, good games on the Vita.
Well, there were already a couple.
Black Ops,
Tearaway.
that was good. That's it. No one develops games for that poor thing.
Because no one has it.
And that's the sad part. I mean, the PSP people had it.
Yeah.
Because honestly, it was pretty good at the time.
Yeah.
It was really advanced for the time. Again. Anyway.
But yeah, as for the fighting games, nothing really I can say. They're just they're very bare bones fighting games. You have a slide or a dash in a base's case, or actually a shoulder tackle in duo's case. You have your standard buster. You have a jump. It's very simple. I mean,
in that case, they didn't really last because they didn't have anything.
The only unique thing about it is that you do collect the power from the Roadmasters you have beaten, which
is kind of cool.
Yeah, it can be unique in a fighting game, but they just don't last long term, I feel. Yeah. Which is a shame. I'd like to see them revisit this concept.
Yeah, it was a really cool